All right, here we go. Here we go. Let me see. Okay, everything's all hunky dory. Let's see if I got the media thing up. Oh, the media browser isn't showing. Maybe it's because it's hiding behind. Yeah, there we go. That's what I thought. Let me have the chat in the background right here. Bam, boom, bam. And now we're back. Doing the easiest part. Alright. I would have done a lot more of these things, but I don't know. Guess we'll see. I guess we'll see. There we go. Let me try this out. Let me make a quick thumbnail out of nowhere. Can I? Is it gonna? Oh, here it is. Since it's a very early stream and nobody knew that I was gonna be streaming, not even I did. I guess I'll take advantage of this. Be like, yeah, this looks pretty fine. How am I gonna do this? Dang, I keep forgetting. But now I remember. I'm trying to find a good page that I could take from. Oh yeah, this is a cool page. Right here. Like paste it over here. Stretch it. Put it through the stretcher. Let me edit it real quick. Make a quick edit. There we go. Let me just save this as a thumbnail. Sure, call it illustration for all I care. Replace. There's something else called an illustration. I think I overwritten it. That's uncool. I go on YouTube. I think I'm streaming on YouTube. It really doesn't show that live as anything specific, so that's odd, but it is what it is. Go back. Change the thumbnail. Desktop. I saved it as a default illustration. Like this. And save. Bam. I think that worked. Oh, there's customization. Okay. The changes have been saved. Cool. All right. Oh, wow, that. Ah, okay. Interesting. Let me turn this display thing off so I can go back to the Clip Studio. There we go. So y'all can see the Clip Studio. Okay, let me check it out real quick. Moving back. Moving out of that. Let's see where this goes. Yeesh. I don't want to learn anything. I guess I'll just listen to some music as this goes on. Let's see. Yeah, let me just listen to some music. Dang, I just want to listen to a D&B mix again. Alright, finally. Alright, now we're back. Okay, I know this is pretty simple. Let's see if I can just cheat this. No, I can't. Of course I can't. Why do I think I can cheat this? Oh, wrong layer. Again, what do I... Okay, let me see. Will this work? No, it won't. Oh, shoot. Something happened. I guess there are no gaps for this thing to close. Alright. Awesome. Suck it. Stuck in his gut again. Right, moving this. Then the third. Yeah, I think that's what I should be doing a lot more. What in the world? Oh, that's the wrong thing. Okay. Oh, okay. Mm, 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 mm. One, two, three. Okay. Man, there's gotta be an easier way to tone everything, to add the grayscales and such. I really don't like this. Ah, it's not perfect, but I'm moving on. I think I added the tones that I wanted to add for the characters. And with that, I'll move on. With this in particular. Chill out. Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, what am I doing? Yo, Sketch, how's it going? I've been doing fine. I've been doing fine. I've been thinking like crazy. I've been working on the comic like crazy. Doing a lot of things like crazy, but I'm pushing on. I'm pushing on. What about you? Let me check if my levels are okay. I think I did it earlier, but all right, cool. Yeah, my level should be good. I think it's kind of funny how streaming in the mornings are more lively than streaming at the evenings. I usually have I usually work on the backlogs or like the other series uh in the evenings, like the sketches and thumbnails and stuff. But right now I'm working on chapter 2 of this series for the backlogs. I don't want to work on the same thing. Work on the backlogs for the same thing. You know, so that's why I'm trying to finish this a little bit faster. Cool. Same old with the working on the hollow stuff. Oh yeah, I saw on X, the super cool Elon Musk platform X, that you posted some of your Hollow Live stuff. I was like, oh yeah, I see you. I see you getting love, getting stuff. Right now, I'm just going all in on YouTube and stuff. I've learned a little bit more about. Finally, right? Yeah, I've learned a little bit more about marketing and stuff. I branched out outside of social media, tried out blogging out a little bit. So, and I realized if I'm going to make an impact, it's going to be on. It is going to be on YouTube. It like anywhere else, it's kind of like nah. Yeah, but the Hololive stuff did super well on Reddit, enough so it encouraged and convinced me to continue it. Yeah, Reddit is super. Like I told you about that community, man. The people on Reddit, they are something else. And plus, even with that one Hololive subreddit, even had a. I remember you showed me that they had their own little sketch, their own little sketchy tag So yeah, so you even tagged yourself on like something that you've made. So yeah, how does it feel? It must feel so hype. How's that feel? Must be hype. Well, let me do this. Let me do that. Let me do this. Oh, my bad. I keep bumping the headphones. It was a cool day. A couple of people, oh, and a couple people actually did read and enjoy it. More curious on if they would even bother to continue to read it though. Cool. Oh, that a couple people actually read it. But aren't your Hololive posts like one page? So it's like an easy read. The majority of like comics on the internet, or what I see, are just single page jokes, single page gags. So it's pretty much a good fit for like as far as internet content goes. The problem with I feel like the problem with my stuff is that it's sequential and it has like you need like a lot of what is it several pages, so it's not easily shareable. Shareable. Not my original Hollow Life story, but my own OC, my own original content. It was like 16 pages. That's what I'm talking about. Okay. Oh, okay. Also, you got good reception on your original content. That's sick. Wasn't it the last thing you sent me? I don't think you need to resend it to me. It was originally just a one shot thing. Yeah, I feel like you are. Yeah, if you look at our history, I think you already sent it to me. Moving this, moving that, moving this. I think what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna tone every page and then add the cross hatching. The cross hatching is more of the fun part, honestly. Okay, coffee. Okay, that's good. Moving it over here. No, that was Redream. I have another comic called Hollow Team. Was that the one with your with an OC meeting the Hollow Life people? The Hollow Team one? like, it's a person's first day of on the job. Yeah, my own original character joined the Hololive management team. Okay. Yeah, I think I remember that one. I remember. Let's see. Let me copy that. There's that. Character. But yeah, like so they're gonna make more of the Hollow Team stuff. And did it blow up on a Twitter as well as Reddit? But how has your usual engagement stuff been going? Any luck? Um a little bit, I guess. A little bit of luck, I guess. I started experimenting a little bit about with the content that I'm making. I'm giving the clips, the podcast clips, a break. I think the podcast is fun to do, but marketing it has been a pain and a half because I think I believe what I believe right now is that YouTube is going to be the place where videos live and die. I do not believe anymore that if you share your YouTube video on Twitter or Instagram or outside of YouTube, you're going to have any engagement. Because I think how large YouTube is as a platform and how sophisticated, I want to believe how sophisticated their, how would I put this? Their algorithm is. If you're going to blow up, it's going to be by the algorithm or or by an external factor that boosts your notoriety. So right now, with that theory in my mind, I'm going to try to find content that reaches a niche that I can probably infiltrate and shoehorn my comics into it as much as possible. For example, right now I'm trying to get into commentary, general commentary, as in my thoughts on art, success, and art and business, whatever, and also commentary on my comic chapters between Just a Reaper, Let's Go Metal Hero, Purgatory Academy, and Chimera Island. And I'm also learning a lot about thumbnails and what was the other thing? Thumbnails and titles to see what does the algorithm push out and what will make people click on the thumbnails. So I can see where people are coming from and how I can reach the most people. And I got all these ideas from, looking at the first recap video that I've done with Just a Reaper, because that one has like around 1.3 thousand views. I know it's not like a lot, but I got like 300 subscribers now. Holla. But I see something like that working. So I'm just dissecting that episode, or like what made that episode good, or what made that episode shareable to the algorithm, and see if I can copy that and improve on it.
So far, not so much luck. Not so much luck. And what I'm doing right now is trying to find different ways that people can engage with my content, I guess. Um, Engage with the stuff that I make, the comments that I make, and just engage with me. From, but I will say, I have been doing other things in the sense of I was trying out blogging and putting all of my uh, putting the transcript of my what do they call it, my podcasts into a PDF format and putting that PDF format into ChatGPT and telling ChatGPT to give me a 2,000 word editorial of the video, and then I just copy and paste that onto my on my website, and so that blog post would have a whole bunch of keywords that'll be picked up by the Google's algorithm. But surprise, surprise, I've been learning that Google's trying to update their search engine algorithm because a lot of people are having the same idea of using ChatGPT for just getting engagement for their own editorial blog posts. So, and not only that, the views on my blog posts, my podcast blog posts are it parodies, if not are worse than what's going on with on YouTube. So I'm letting that idea just simmer on the website, and I'm going back to just focusing more on making the comic and ways that I can share that comic. And what I'm doing right now is is a listening. It's just like I'm going back to streaming my comic almost every day. I don't know if I'm gonna keep the stuff live after, because I know there's like a lot of instances where there's just a lot of dead noise, you know, and I don't think that's very engaging. I don't think that's fun for anybody to look at. So what I'm probably gonna do, I'm just gonna have these live streams. After the live stream is done, I'm gonna take it down, but I'll also use the transcript that YouTube has. I'll look for any parts of the. I would look for any parts of the video that are interesting to me, and I will. Yeah, oh yeah, and I will make snippets. I'll make snippets of the live stream content, put it on YouTube, put it on a separate channel or whatever. So, oh yeah, so I can like get more engagement through the algorithm, because this machine just wants this machine just wants content. It's crazy. But I'm also very incentivized of doing this because I really don't see a lot of other comic creators doing this, I guess. Uh, so that's what I've learned from uh, what do I say? When it comes from learning how to build engagement. Oh yeah. Also, I'm not really touching Twitter and Instagram or any other social media that heavily anymore, because I know they're all essentially lost causes when it comes to me reaching my goal just by going around the block. So it is what it is. I'm also like I'm not convinced that uh that a Instagram or Instagram or Twitter is gonna help me get to the resulted goal that I want to get to. So it is what it is, and that comes with experience. It comes with maturity and growth of trying everything out. Oh yeah, Instagram is just annoying to upload in general. Honestly, I noticed Facebook. I noticed that one thing that I've learned is that you can make reels on desktop, but you have to do it through the Facebook client, and that was pretty funny for me to realize. Did you know that? Did you know? Well, I know. And also, Facebook has like their own Reels thing separate from Instagram. But if you want to be seen on Facebook, that's an avenue. But I haven't really had any reasons to do anything on Facebook. Yo, Christmas Bush, welcome to the chat on YouTube. Welcome to the YouTube chat. Do you work on official comics? What do you mean by official comics? Sketch on Twitch says, but you could always try the new website similar to Twitter, like Threads and Blue Sky. I could. I absolutely could. I absolutely could. But I have to think about what I would be doing there, right? Like just showing works in progress. I even tried going on Tumblr and Mastodon. Like I think I was on Mastodon for like 5 seconds, and I was like, "No, this isn't for me. Nah, like I'm good." But yeah, I think I'll try Blue Sky. I don't think it's gonna be I don't think the experience is gonna be any different. Right now, my expectations is it's all gonna be the same. All these social media networks are gonna be the same. Yes, the graveyard known as Tumblr. I mean, when you go on that freaking website, it still got people bouncing on there, so it's useful to some people. And not only that, I know Tumblr is still alive because there is a subreddit. There's a weird incestuous thing between Tumblr and Reddit that Tumblr steals content from Reddit and Reddit steals content from Tumblr to the point that there are subreddits dedicated to Tumblr posts and memes. And people, I just keep seeing people just sharing Tumblr threads, not sharing, not Tumblr threads, but subreddit posts frequently. And I'm like, this is nuts. So I'm like, okay, you guys aren't dead because you guys are essentially keeping each other alive. That's my theory. At least it's not like Twitter where people are just delivering from each other and reposting the same meme like a million times over. Oh my gosh, I hate Twitter, bro. I hate freaking Twitter. You can't I know this is a meme right now, but you literally can't even go. You can't even look at a popular tweet anymore. You can't even look at a popular post without finding a Twitter whore or just finding like another meme unrelated to the original meme. It's nuts. It's bizarre. And I don't know, man. I don't know what happened. I know it's easy to say like, oh man, it's because of Elon, but I don't know, man. I really don't know. Like something needs to happen. Okay, Christmas Birch from YouTube says, like, for example, do you do more fan art or like usual official arts for like a comic? Oh no, I mostly spend a lot of my time working on my own stuff. Like I can work on like fan art and stuff for out of commission and such, but for the time being, I'm just doing my own thing. I think yeah, I am open for commissions and stuff, but the reason why I haven't done a lot of fan art or just working on, I guess, quote unquote, official stuff, is because I haven't seen any incentive to do art like that. But if I, like, that's why I say, like, oh yeah, if there's a commission for it, then yeah, I have no problems doing it for a short amount of time. You are true about Twitter. Yeah, man. It's It sucks. I think the new meta for looking at quality replies is just looking to see if people reposted a tweet, a funny tweet, and that's usually my go-to. But other than that, you're just gonna get disappointed. Sketch says, well, Musk man, definitely not helping, and is actively encouraging that sort of thing. Oh my gosh, bro. Oh my gosh. As soon I think yeah, you're actually right cuz as soon as he started like giving people money for engagement for like engagement farming, that's when everything just stopped being fun cuz you have like all these gimmick like Twitter accounts or whatever you want to call it, X Twitter. I'm still gonna call it Twitter because man, I don't care anymore. Like I hate that like all of these gimmick accounts are just starting to post like engagement farming stuff. Like, whoa, what's your favorite example of a TV series that has an unnecessary sex scene? Whoa, what's your favorite color? Whoa, would you stomp a baby for $1 billion? Like I don't care. Just post your gimmick and like let me enjoy it for once. I just want to be fun. I just want to be funny. I just want to be free from this. It sucks, man. I don't want it anymore. I don't know what to do anymore about this. It's you just can't. Makes a buddy want to go to Blue Sky. I don't know. Might talk me into it. I'm just waiting for the day that I don't know. I don't know what the answer to this though. To this is to like the thing with the whole Twitter situation. Oh hey, welcome Charles to the from YouTube. Not a comic reader, but for some reason, listen to people talk about drawing them. I think the potential interested audience for comics manga is lower than one might think. Yeah, I'm starting to think about that too, honestly. Cause actually, man, I really don't know about that. Cause when if you looked at my channel, know you're noticing that I'm starting to spam a lot of comic and manga recap videos, and I've been doing that. I'm doing that because when you look at manga or like manhwa recap, you see people with tens of thousands of views, like just recapping a comic. Like, yeah, they have a better production value than I do. However, I think when I see that, I see that there is a market there, but I don't know why there's a market. I'm trying to figure out why there's a market there because I'm trying it out for myself, and I'm seeing okay, it's not working. So I'm trying to figure out why it doesn't work. And there's a bunch of factors to it too, because one factor could be people only want to see recaps or reviews of popular IPs, or people want to know, or they like a certain commentator for their personality. So I'm trying to figure out like if I can even thrive with that sort of content, or do I need to jump ship and try to integrate my comics with another niche? Charles replies, I think the big comic audience relies on Marvel and DC idolatry. And that's the thing. I noticed that's why I stopped. I'm mostly moving away from calling myself comics, because when you look at comics on YouTube, it's mostly Marvel and DC or Image or the Millerverse and whatnot. Because and I feel weird saying oh hey, look at my manga commentary, because yeah, you can probably see that my stuff is like anime manga inspired, but I don't feel comfortable calling myself manga. I know another YouTuber named Coffee Comics, and like his Ansurigo group, they trying to make a new term called mana, and I'm not a big fan of it, mostly because it's just a new marketing thing. You and Coffee seem to have heads on your shoulders though. Yeah, thank you so much. I appreciate it. But like I said, I don't. I think like coining the term, it's going to be weird. It's gonna take decades maybe for it to catch on. If people have that much time to wait, then that's cool. But I don't. Like, I'm not that guy. I'm not that guy. I got like a lot that I want to do, and I want to do it as I'm trying to speed run this, so I can live to see the fruits of my labor. And that's a lot. I'm pretty sure that's a lot to ask because it's something that not a lot of people know how to do. But I am doing what I can. So I think the way forward is a lot of people trying to be more open about the stuff that they create. Because I was thinking about this when I was looking over what was that guy's name? The Rippaverse. Yeah, Eric July and his stuff. And the one thing that makes me sad about it is I would look at clips. I know it's gonna be clips from from his detractors, but so take it with a grain of salt. I noticed that every time he mentions his comic, it's it's usually followed up with like corporate speak. Like if somebody tells him like what's his favorite part of his book or what's his favorite character from his book, he gives a non-answer and he talks around the answer saying I'm working on a lot of stuff. I got a lot of people working on great stuff. It's gonna be awesome and stuff like that. It's just walking around it, and I don't think it's just him specifically. I think it's a lot of creators that talk about their stuff as if it's like just a side thing. You know what I mean? I think I like for me I cannot talk about my stuff like I cannot talk about my comics as if it is the side thing because this is what I spend most of my time doing. And I get excited when I see other people get excited about the stories that I tell and the worlds that I create. So, and plus I don't find a lot of things that I'm like hyper fixated about like creating new things and stories and whatnot. So I get hyper fixated on, uh, I guess I would say I like it when I see people as excited as I am with the stories that I create. You know what I mean? Quote, Charles says, where two or more are gathered, book chapter verse. Another thing, okay, yeah. Another thing I see that people don't want to work together. They want to make it big on their own. I think I think a lot of people are willing to collaborate. I don't know if I necessarily believe in that, honestly. I think people are willing to collaborate, but I don't think people know why they want to collaborate. Cuz like I'm willing to collaborate like if more comic creators had like a podcast and they started like cross promoting each other, like they would and create a network of sharing each other's work. They I don't if they did that more. I'm sorry, I'm getting really excited and I'm just stumbling over my words. Um I think if they knew why they wanted to collaborate, they wouldn't have a problem with it. I think because a lot of comic creators don't know how to market their own stuff. They don't know the basics of marketing or working with other people in terms of a creative space that makes them not want to collaborate. So if they know what they're doing or if they have an idea of what they're doing, they would have no problem. We would see it a lot more. But when I go on Twitter, when I follow other people on webtoons, they're just their means of collaborations are very weird to me. It's hey, let's draw all of our OCs just chilling, just hanging out, just like yeah, that's cool for a promotional thing, I guess. But you're not making anything though. You're not making anything greater. You're just making a collage and calling it a day. You know, it's weird. It's what I've noticed. Um, I feel like if we did more stuff like I don't know. I don't know if we probably did more stuff like Newgrounds do with their reanimations. That would probably be a good step or a step in a direction of how to get more people collaborating, especially in the comic space. And I think I remember that reminds me of uh, comic thing a webcomic thing on the internet. I think it's called something like a like a comic battles. I forgot. Don't quote me on that. But the whole premise of it is that everybody would like submit their OC, and like the admins of the whole story, they would like pair people's OCs against each other, and they would tell the person, okay, why would this person's OC would win against yours? And the one that would make a convincing like basically giving like a convincing argument or just writing a story of why their character would lose. And the person with a better story would go into the official canon. I think that's how it worked. And I remember that was like an instance of like a global scale of comic community collaboration. But anyway, Christmas Bruh says, yeah, maybe like a huge Discord server just to help out each other would be very cool. I think that would be cool. I also think that would I really think that people, like I said, people really don't know how to advertise their own stuff. People, if I don't, yeah, I mean that is true. That is true. I remember I was like in the coffee comic server, and I was doing a lot of research on what's the best, like not the best, because that's like YouTube speak, hyperbolic YouTube speak. But I was looking at ways of how I can market, right? And one of the things that I stumbled upon was a email marketing, because I've learned that email marketing has like the best like retention when it comes to reaching an audience over any sort of social media ever, right? Better than Discord servers, better than like YouTube and stuff, better conversion rates and all that stuff, just over the top. And I remember I was like sharing that idea with the Coffee Comics Discord server, and like some dude was checking me, saying that the reason that I was like too busy trying to get views over improving my fundamentals in art, and the reason why I'm a small creator is because I'm not a good artist. And I was like so confused by that, because I was like so confused by that, because I was like, it doesn't matter how good your art is if if I'm talking about how to make money, make a living off of the fruits of your labor, then this would be a pretty good idea. Fundamentals not being involved in it doesn't matter if you're good or bad at art, because there's a lot of people that have a ton of notoriety and they're not good at even drawing stick figures. They're not really that great at art. So I just found that very interesting. So Charles once said, I'm interested in seeing the brethren succeed in doing good works. Yeah, same. Absolutely. I think the sad reality of this is no one's going to experiment, or nobody's willing to experiment if they're only going to follow what works. And the reason why everybody's on like Webtoons and Manga Plus and all this stuff is because they are told by an authority figure that it works. And that authority figure is having a Webtoons anime on freaking Netflix, like God of High School or Tower of God, or Everyone is Dead, or whatever it is. Or when it comes to Manga Plus, where it's literally Shueisha. And people like they're selling a bag of dreams when it comes to bringing people on their site. But that's my thoughts on it. I think nobody's going to really go out on their own unless they see more people succeed without them. And the people on YouTube are on another side of that story, where it's a lot of, I don't know how I would say this, because I follow several Facebook groups, one of them being the Black artists, the Black comic creators, and it's a lot of people dumping their work in progresses and their Kickstarter links and hoping that other people will support them. And I'm like, I don't know though. I don't know if that's really the way. I don't even think that Kickstarter is the way per se. like if you have a large following, then it absolutely is an avenue. But hey, let me read some of these chats because I'm going on a tangent. Chris says, "Yeah, those Webtoon notifications are amazing at spamming me." It is what it is, man. It is what it is. Charles, sometimes people are too concerned with skill to get anything done. Oh my gosh, I was just watching this one video early today about Prince, like that pop artist Prince, his work ethic, and the main things that I got from that is create every day, um, finish what you start. Oh no, I remember I told shoot. Oh my gosh. I was talking to my friend and I was saying how great this was. Okay, anyway. Yeah, create every day. Take be a one take Drake, as in like if you start somebody, don't even focus on when you start something, like go be a one take Drake. If you know what it is, then you know what it is. 3, finish what you start. 4, perfection doesn't exist, and that's the most important thing. Be a one take Drake and realize that perfection doesn't exist. And the 5th one, it's like freaking biblical, right? Is that you gotta sleep often. You gotta take that rest, bro. You gotta have that day of rest. Because if you don't have sleep, bro, you're not gonna be on the top of your game at all. So so I'm like, this is insane. Like I wanna be on that. I wanna be what Prince was on, you know what I'm saying? Well, that's just me. That's just me. Sometimes people are too concerned with skill to get anything done. Yeah, people need to get some stuff done first. How to work together without putting each other in a dungeon. How to work together without putting each other in a dungeon. I think having a purpose, having a drive, and understanding why everybody's there is just great. It's just like it will like having a purpose will literally like what was it? Would negate a whole bunch of problems from the jump. If somebody's like walking outside of lines, if you have like a code of conduct, this is what I do like about the mod movement, because they do have their own code of conduct of like how they organize what is and what isn't. So if somebody wants to be weird, they can be like, "You're not part of us anymore. Go, anathema, quick." You know what I'm saying? So like, I guess the best way of putting each other in a thing that keeps us from putting each other in a dungeon is gatekeeping. And I know I've been on like several podcasts in the past where a lot of people said that, "Oh man, we need to like let go of gatekeeping." Me personally, I disagree. I don't think like if you don't have gatekeepers, you will not have quality. So we need the way that we keep ourselves from putting each other in a dungeon is that we need to gatekeep what is good, so we can check ourselves gatekeep so we understand what is good, have standards so we understand what is quality, and understand how we can deliver that message to the grander audience, so we can reach people not who aren't only going to be creators, but we want to reach people who are consumers. That's what I think. That's my thoughts, but that's just me. Okay, Charles Bish, where are you based in? I'm in England, so it's pretty late. Oh my gosh, dang, you should be going to bed right now. Oh yeah, I'm in North Carolina, the East Coast, the U.S. East Coast. So it's like 6:41 p.m. over here. I know you're probably on that military time. So if I can think about it a little bit. So I guess that would mean that I am in... It's 1841. I'm trying to... Like, that's off the dome. That's very much off the dome. I don't know if I got that military time right. I'm pretty sure you can correct me. Correct me, though. 11:41. Oh, it's nearly 12. I know people like are not sleeping as much as they should anymore nowadays. Like people going to bed at like 1 a.m. and whatnot, like 4 a.m. 11:41 p.m. Wait, is that 1841, or is that like 11:40, or is that 11:41 your time? Okay, let me go back to... Y'all got me talking. Let me... I'll go back to doing this. Well, I've already been working on this thing for like several hours today alone. Actually, let me work on this. This looks cool. Nope, 23:30. Oh, okay. Okay, so that is your time. I think a trick my mom told me was to understand military time from the correct time from the 12-hour stuff is just take the PM and add 2 to it. Like take the and add 12 to it or something like that. And then you got it. And I was like, "Oh, that's pretty neat." And that will live with me forever. But yeah, I am wondering like what's a better time for me to stream overall cuz I know like I like streaming in the mornings because I usually work on my comics like the first thing in the morning while I have my hit of coffee. Like, and after I have take a hit of coffee, I'm like, all right, I'm amped. I can talk about whatever. And then after that, I just do whatever I need to do. But like within the middle parts of the day, I'm trying to figure out how I can get more subscribers and get more watch time, so I can get more X, Y, and Z. It is what it is. Yeah, so I can get more. I do want to like have a section of me just streaming a lot more longer, working on the comics a little bit longer. Damn, I've been dedicated. Yeah, be dedicated. I've been on this grind for so long, bro. You have no idea. Like, I'm telling people like what I'm doing, and they're like, "Oh man, but that seems like a lot of work." I'm like, "Oh dang, I guess you're not dedicated. I guess." Like, I don't know. I guess I'm driven because I've seen people. Okay, I'm a little bit egotistical when I say this, but I've seen people like not as great as like not working as hard as I am. Right? I'll just put it at that. And they are thriving. There are places that I want to be at when it comes to notoriety, when it comes to like viewership, because I'm like, if I had that viewership, I I feel like I would know what I would do with it. You know what I'm saying? Because I want to make a living off my intellectual property. Every time I see a TV show or a movie that says based off of this comic book or based off of this book, I'll be like, I want to do that. What's the first thing that I do is look at what's the time frame between the publication of the series and then the publication of the animated the adaptation, and I'm just putting myself on that timer, and I'm like, all right, I want bigger things for my series. And in order to have bigger things for my series, I need to be seen. I need the stuff to be seen. Because I know the stuff that I make is dope. I know wait. How do you get up at 6 a.m.? Oh no. I just cut myself off, sorry. No, I wake up at usually 7 a.m. I officially start drawing at 9, and I go to 12, and I just take a break, and then I just start plotting how I can get more people engaged within the stories that I make, and then I try to do something else. Because me personally, I'm unemployed. I'm still paying bills because of I'm paying bills to my parents, living with them. I still have a good relationship with my parents. I hope and that's a very rare thing nowadays. And I provide rent through the investments that I made like way, way back in like 2017. So I'm living off of my investments right now, and until like this works out, I really want this to work out. What's your favorite comic / manga? A favorite one? I can tell you. I think it'll be easier to have a rundown by what manga inspired each series. I feel like that would be easier. I guess like the biggest inspirations for me, would be simple Berserk, I guess, and JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. I do like those two. My favorite Western comic. Uh, Shoot, I'm trying to remember I get. I usually say like a cop out I usually have is like the most recent comic that I've seen. I would have said Kings of Nowhere, but I think the art is phenomenal, but I'm not a big fan of the story that much. So I don't know. I want to get into reading more like Western stuff because I have Hellboy in my reading list in my in my backlogs of reading lists because I heard that was pretty dope, right? Um, but I'm just right now I want to get through Blam that manga, and then I'll get to Hellboy. I wish I could tell you like what was my favorite Western comic that I've read recently. I remember I had a kick of reading like Western stuff, like from Image and Vertigo and stuff like that. But I really couldn't. I really couldn't tell you right now. Personally, I haven't seen Berserk and JoJo, but if you haven't seen it, Tokyo Ghoul, it's a really good one. I heard a lot of cool things about Ghoul actually. Like I heard a lot of good things about it. I think I remember when I was in Barnes and Nobles, I saw like an art book, a Tokyo Ghoul art book, and I thought it was pretty good, just by like the creator just talking about the different cover designs, and that's the one thing that I absolutely love about. I actually want to like love, and then I want to emulate when it comes to just making chapter covers and stuff like that, and like basically have it be spoilers for what the stories talks about. Let me think. I'm trying to like what man, now you got me thinking about dang what Western comic is really cool to me right now, or has have been cool to me in a while, because I can tell. Wait, no, I do like Deadly Class. Deadly Class is pretty cool, but I haven't finished it. I remember I was reading a lot of. I know I was reading a lot of Saga. But Saga, but like a very early Saga. I think down the line I was like, this is getting weird. I think I got like really tired that I don't know. I was like, this is getting really really weird. I guess I just wasn't messing with it. Um, Trying to figure out like any more stuff. I have like a freaking library in the back. If I can look at it, if I can take a quick glimpse. No, I think I just put up all the books that I read. That ain't smart. That ain't smart of me. I mean, I have. I think the first comic book that I bought was probably like I Hate Fairyland from Scotty Young. Give me your best suggestions. I need to start reading Western stuff more. Um, give me your preferred genre. I'm not like a Western aficionado, but but me personally, I like Western. I do like Western indie stuff more because it has what I like about a manga in the terms of like it's more than just Cape Comics. The subject matter is more diverse. That's not saying that a Cape Comics like Marvel and DC stuff they aren't diverse in their subject matter, but there's a lot of more room for experimentation when you're outside of like the superhero genre. Personally, if you catch my drift, horror or adventure. Mm, shucks, adventure. Um, I guess the one that I've been reading was like a Chew. That one's more like a comedy adventure. Like it's like a comedy detective adventure about a about a cop that has the ability to see the memories of everything that he eats. And yeah, and then just see the everything that he eats. That's his power, and he's trying to, and they're trying to solve a some sort of mystery like that. It's been a while since I read it. Another adventure one, like I said, Saga's a pretty good adventure series because it even has some characters that I think are very cool, like the Will, and this whole subplot of just being a bounty hunter that ends up adopting a little, ends up saving a little girl from a from like sex trafficking, and buddy, yeah, save a little girl from sex trafficking. But that's like one side character from this whole like intergalactic love story about two races who are like sworn enemies creating a child, and now they're on the lam because they're basically fugitives. I think Saga is probably like the biggest adventure indie comic. But as soon as you like, if you feel like something is getting, if you like, if some of the subject matter just gets weird for you, don't worry, you can just drop off. But I think they're usually good at Saga's really good at having twists and turns with their stories, and the world that they develop is a very engaging one. I'm not too big of a horror guy, so I can't help you that much there. So I guess like if anything close to the horror genre or just like deep or just dark subject matter, I guess. Uh, it was like the first thing that comes to mind was probably like Johnny the Homicidal Maniac, but that's more humor. I don't think it has a I don't think it has a connected story, but it's more like a horror humor type stuff. Or that one made by Jonan Vasquez, the creator of Invader Zim, and Hellboy. I know Hellboy has a lot of darker themes. Oh yeah, and Kings of Nowhere. Kings of Nowhere is a pretty good adventure series. I know I said that like the story's not that great, but I'm like it's subjective. I think the art carries it so well. And the art carries it so well that I think it's worth your time. Those are my recommendations, I guess. So, and like I said, I feel like if I spent more time reading more Western things, I would probably have like a bigger list. Um, but right now, I'm working with what I got. Working with what I got. I know. I wanted to make a series. This is kind of off topic. But I wanted to make a series that's like inspired by Gantz. I don't know if you read that manga. Because like when you said horror and adventure, it's so funny. This is like that's what I mean by like manga is like so freaking diverse and stuff like that. Or I just been around it for a lot longer. But I think Gantz is like that perfect blend of horror and adventure. But the thing about Gantz is, if you haven't read, I would also. The thing about Gantz is, it's like it's a story. It's a story that's like over 400 chapters, like around 400 chapters long. But I say like stop, stop before 300. Once you get like to like chapter 300, you can stop. That's my take personally. Well, yeah, I just went on a tangent, but hey, that's what we do here. We have a little bit of fun. It's always the cute manga that gives me the most trauma. Oh yeah, because that dissonance is heavy. What cute manga do you have in mind? Let's see. Moving it on up over here. Made in Abyss. Oh yeah, I've heard. Yeah, I've heard about Made in Abyss. I just haven't seen too much about it. I think I saw like a like 30 seconds of a video trying to explain it. So I just let it slide, honestly. Oh no, it actually I don't know if it's actually a manga, but like the anime was traumatic. I know, was it like a I felt like I think Made in Abyss is just one of those series that the less you know about it, the better. You know what I mean? The less you know about it, like looking at it into it blind, the better. And I'm gonna say this. Like I've been like on this dedicated trip, on this like whole dedicated path for the past couple of months. I feel like almost a year now. Is that to the point where I feel like I haven't been watching any anime at all. Like I just wake up, I listen to tutorials of how to make a viral Pinterest post, a viral YouTube, or a viral whatever social media post. Like that's all that I've been watching, and I just haven't been watching anime at all. So like like and I think it's also because I usually watch anime while I work, because I used to be like listening to One Piece and Naruto while I was working on these comics, right? However, it's it's just that I've just been on my grind trying to find out how to get more people interested in these series, that like I just been listening to tutorials like day in and day out of like how to make something work. So hey, maybe when this thing actually pops off, I can finally go back to the looking at anime again, and I'll probably make a review or initial thoughts on some animes that I watch. Actually, I think the only time I've been watching anime is actually with a friend of mine, and we were watching that recent Adult Swim anime. I can't find. I'm trying to remember what it was called. Because like I only like watch anime or just like play games when I'm just chilling with him on Discord. Because I know adults, I goodness gracious, what is that new Adult Swim anime called? Man, that's not cool. I guess Wikipedia would know. Just go on the today. Kamui. That's what it's called. Have you seen? I don't know. I think it's so funny. Like when I look at. Do you watch any anime? I don't know. All I think about is Rick and Morty. Oh yeah, they did have an anime. Do you ever have a feel like when I first saw Ninja Kamui? The first thing that came to my mind was this feels like a manhwa. You know what I mean? Like something about it felt Korean. Like I don't know. Written by Shigeri, produced by but it was directed by. But the director was Sung Hoo Park. Well, it was written by Shigeru Masakoshi, whatever. But it's kind of funny. It's kind of funny to me. But freaking Rick and Morty, I'm surprised how it's been going on for this long, to be honest. Like, I think I don't I don't know. Do you keep up with Rick and Morty at all? Cuz I can't even remember the last season that I've of Rick and Morty that I saw. Even give new episodes. Yeah, I know I haven't I know I've seen a promotion for a new season of Rick and Morty a while ago, but I just haven't I just I just haven't cared for a while. You know, ever since the Council of Ricks, I guess. I I feel like it's good. I feel like it can stop now. But hey, I'm not the arbiter of when shows begins or ends. You know what I mean? If that was the case, like SpongeBob and The Simpsons would have been done decades by now. Would be over decades by now. But hey, it's not my call. It's not my call. But also, they're making people money. They're keeping people they're giving people jobs with those series. So who am I? Am I right? Who am I? Yeah, it's a bit dragged out. Yeah, it's. I think when you like take a step back and realize, oh yeah, all of this, like the reason why they're doing this is because it makes the money, and as soon as it stops making the money, they'll be done with it. Oh yeah, also add Family Guy to that list. I think American Dad is is probably the better is the better Family Guy, personally. Mostly because I'm a guy that enjoys continuity, and I get really mad that Family Guy they pick and choose what continuity they want to follow, but with American Dad it's more or less like streamlined. Like if something happened in the previous episodes, it carries over. And with Family Guy, they pick and choose what stays. What about the Cleveland? I never watched both of them. Sketch finally jumps in saying, "What about the Cleveland shows?" I say they. That doesn't negate anything that I said. I said they pick and choose. For a while, they had the Cleveland show, but they ran that back, and that was it. That was it. I just want to see Tim the Bear again. I wanted my Christian representation in in a Family Guy, and they robbed it from me. They took it away. I don't think I don't even think Peter's Catholic anymore. He's just a silly Billy terrorizing Quahog. I remember. Oh my gosh, bro! I remember I saw an episode of Family Guy that was a parody of 12 Angry Men, and 12 Angry Men is a movie about. And 12 Angry Men is a movie about a jury of peers of 12 men, and the whole point of it is all of them have collectively decided that one guy committed a crime that he was on trial for, except for this one guy, except for like one of the 12 men, and the entire movie is just one gigantic dialogue piece of one person being more convinced that they have a shadow of a doubt one after another. And I thought, like, man, this is like a masterclass of character writing. Like, just like a beautiful movie, right? And then I saw Family Guy did a parody of it, and it made me mad. I'll just put it like that. I was so upset with how they did it. I don't know what I expected from Family Guy. I just thought they would just make something cool, but no, it was just jokes after. It was just like, that's when I realized the Family Guy formula. They have a plot, and then they have a joke that like stops the plot. it just puts the plot on pause until like the joke is done, and then they just continue like it never happened. And Peter's just there to stop like any progression of anything. So that's my rant. Christmas Bush says, I was banned from most American cartoons as they were stupid to my parents. Yeah, that's called good parenting. Like, yeah, shout out to your parents, man. That was good. That's a good call. Dude, bro was personally offended. Yeah, I was. Like if I get like I said earlier in the stream, I don't care about a lot of things, right? Except for like good stories. So if I see a good story and somebody's profiting off of like trying to do the same thing, but they fail in every single way, I feel slighted because they just wasted my time trying to get me to care about whatever dumb story that they had by connecting it to something that's actually good. I feel slighted, and I feel like I need reparations for my lost time. But that's just me personally. Sketch says your parents should have only allowed you to watch Avatar: The Last Airbender. Yeah, that's true. I like Last Airbender is pretty goated. The best. They never really could remake The Last Airbender, could they? I want to say they messed it up again with the new Netflix stuff, but I've also been hearing that the main guys really had no control over how bad like the studio messed up. And they were like the studio messed them up so bad that they just decided to like make their own Avatar studio. So like if anybody wants to go through Avatar, they have to go through them. Sketches hearing a lot of mixed things about the new live actions. I personally have not heard anything positive. Cause like I was just chilling with my friend Matt, and he was telling me that he was watching it with one of his friends, and he was laughing so hard because like how bad they ruined it. Like I guess. Christmas Bush says, how many people am I going to offend by saying I've never seen Avatar: The Last Airbender? No, actually, when people say I haven't seen Popular Thing, I honestly get it. Like, today, as a guy that's trying to market his own, like, comics and stuff, his own entertainment, I can honestly understand how people can, like, not see everything ever in existence. Because we just don't live in a time and age where literally everything let me rewind that back because I'm excited again. We don't live in a time and age where we have limited things to watch, right? So as a guy trying to shove his content onto other people's feeds, I realize how much of utter garbage, I won't say utter garbage, but just the quantity of stuff that there is right now. And it's completely understandable for you to just not look at anything new or anything classic, because there's already something bigger, something not better. I'm not gonna say better, God forbid better. Like, something just bigger. Maybe even better. That catches your time. But there's just too much stuff out now. And what can you do about it? Sketch. Crazy how they ruined something like that twice. What was the first? Oh yeah, the M. Night Shyamalan movie. I mean, like it. Hey, first you don't succeed, try again, I guess. And all that. You know that saying. And every time I see like that they're Nickelodeon or Paramount or Viacom or whatever is making another Avatar stuff thing, I'm like, how do you guys have this much money? How can you like who's funding this? How did you guys make this much money back to fund another project? Like, I need to see the receipts. Like that's like when I see like something that's an utter failure and they're still like, yeah, we're gonna make another one. I'm like, who's funding that? Like, I don't know, man. There must be something illegal going on. There's some crazy money laundering go afoot. I gotta go to sleep now. Bye, bro. Have fun without me. All right, Bushman. Thanks for coming out. I appreciate it. I think I'm gonna stream for another hour and then call it a night. But anyway, yeah, the freaking money laundering out here is like crazy. Like Sony and the terrible Spider-Man spin-offs. How many Spider-Man spin-offs were there? What are you I'm like I think the most famous spin-off is just Madam Web. And like I only know about it because people are just saying how garbage it is, and I'm like, all right, I'll take your word, I guess. Not like I like I was like, dang, I didn't care, but I guess I'll take your word. Dang, I guess it's garbage. Like more famous than Morbius. More famous than Morbius. Disrespectful. More freaking Morbius. Derogatory term. He says in a derogatory manner. Yeah, I guess I'm just not that interested in like posts. I just think those are just not that interesting anymore post Endgame. Marvel stuff or just superhero stuff in general. There was there are two Venom movies, soon to be a third, a second Venom movie, and soon to be a third, and Craven Hunter movie is coming out. Dude, have you heard about the second Joker movie and the budget of that one being like $200 million? I don't think the first Joker movie had earned $200 million in the box office. Like, that's insane. Like, I can't even do, like, oh my gosh, bro. That's nuts. That first Joker movie success seems like a fluke. I don't know. I think it was a pretty solid movie. It was meant to be an experimental thing. Uh it was a low risk, low reward type deal. Like they didn't. I don't think they knew how big it was gonna be. It was just a thing that to like throw at the wall, and it ended up being a success. I guess. I guess. Oh shoot, my stylus. I guess that the way that it became a success became cool, you know. Um, but I don't know. I really don't know. I feel like it's pretty fine. I'm thinking about but $1 billion movie. I think it was. I think movie as well, but $1 billion movie. No, like two, not a billion, not a billion, bro. 2 million. Get the numbers right. It's good. It's good. Jeez, $1 billion movie. Can you imagine? Can you even imagine $1 billion movie and how garbage that would look? I think there's like I'm trying to remember. There's like a some sort of uncanny valley when it comes to budgeting movies. Like there's a part where you get low budget and you get like the best thing, the best out of the best with a low budget movie. But when you have like a high budget movie, but like when you have like the higher budget you get the more terrible it is, because that's when people become more wasteful. Well, I meant that it made over $1 billion in the. Oh wait, it made $1 billion in the box office for real? The Joker movie? Interesting if true. I trust you, chat. Yes, somehow. Have you heard of the concept of demons look like clowns? I get. No, but the first thing that comes to mind are juggalos. If that helps, Charles. Let's see. Let's see. You know what's funny? I bought I got a webcam, and it's like one of those webcams that latches to the whatchamacallit, the monitor, and I really could just start like streaming like my face again in a way easier fashion, but I'm like, I don't know. I don't know if that will change. I'll see. I'm gonna What I want to do is like make clips of this stream and see like how this goes. As in, okay, Charles says, as in clowns are supposedly what a demonic entities look like. Yeah, juggalos. One instance of that. I think I saw a YouTube thumbnail that looked like that, like Oni or like clowns looked like the Nephilim and stuff like that. I saw a YouTube thumbnail of that, but it didn't seem relevant to me. So, what's your take on it? But yeah, the Joker freaking movie being that huge, good on him. I guess that $2 million budget ain't that bad of an idea. I wouldn't do it though. But hey, I haven't made $1 billion, so what do I know? That's always that's like my favorite freaking cop out. It's like, oh man, that's kind of crazy. But hey, I'm not in that position. I haven't made $1 billion. I haven't made a billy. I'd love to make a billy. Actually, would I like to make a billy? I feel like more money, more problems. Yeah, I think I'd probably take that back. Charles says, "Yeah, it's interesting. It's this interesting coincidence that the rise of successful clown media like the Joker, Digital Maze, and Circus has been Hotel, the pushing of Harley Quinn in recent years. Suppose the algorithm is favoring content that displays its own kind." When it comes to that kind of stuff, I'm like, yeah, sure, maybe, but what am I supposed to do about it? You know, like it's like there's really no unless I know of a surefire way of how I can like prevent or stop this. And like it's like, what do I need to like it's a coincidence without a call to action. So I'm like, all right, that's interesting. That's interesting, but I'm like, I don't know what I'm supposed to do about it. You don't need to comment on it. LOL. Yeah. But there's a lot of things that's like really big. Oh yeah, I don't think actually. I don't think Harley Quinn goes by. Well, I guess she is still what that going by that clown makeup, but it's like way less loose than before. She just has white. She like Harley Quinn doesn't look like a clown anymore. She just looks like especially with like the new version of Harley Quinn. She's no longer a clown. She's like she's a white girl with white face with red lipstick now and like colored ponytails. But I still get your point. Like it's just Harley Quinn was changed from an actual character to just white woman. And like it's like just that's something that I just noticed. But Amazing Digital Circuit, the Joker. Oh man, I wish the Joker stuff was more popular, but I guess good characters. I guess Amazing Digital Circus. I haven't seen the first episode, and I kind of refuse to see it based off of principle because I feel like I'm becoming more like my mom when it's like, oh, that thing's popular. I guess I'm gonna devote my entire existence to hating. I guess I'm a hater now. I woke up. I instantly became a hater as soon as I saw Digital Circus. I haven't even watched it, but I'm a hater now. In Hazbin Hotel, that's I don't like it. I don't actually shoot. I don't care for it. When I see Hazbin Hotel, I think maybe freedom of speech shouldn't be a thing. You know what I mean? Maybe if somebody can create such terrible garbage in the most blasphemous way, or just fail to do decent world building and using iconic concepts, in such in a negative, subversive way. I think that's just I think that's like the worst kind of storytelling that there is. But I'm not the target audience, and like that's just more of a symptom of the times of. Yeah, that's more of a symptom of like the times that we're in, you know. If somebody likes it, I'm like, yeah, of course, yeah. I'm not surprised, like the types of people or the kinds of people who would like that show. Because like I said, it's more of a symptom of where we are at a culture, to the point where it's like it's okay. It's like accepted that people would just spend like the hundreds and thousands of dollars on something like that, and it is what it is. It is what it is. I'm not making any money off of it, so it's you know, I'm gonna let it be. Let it be. Let it be. I just want to make stuff that's better than it. That's probably my thing. Hasbin belongs in the furnace. You know, I was thinking about making like a review of like the first episode, but I was like, you know, I kind of don't want to talk about it at all, even though because that's just going to drive attention that I really don't think I need for the channel. Even though rage baiting is like the pinnacle of content farming, I guess. IG. But I'm like, nah, I'll do it somewhere else. There'll always be something else to rage bait over. Yeah, no, I get it. or maybe when I make clips of this stream, this is gonna be like the only clip that I'll make It'll probably be the one that puts me on the map. For real. Honestly, going back to look for clips for this, I think I figured out a process of how to make this work. I know this is like gonna be like a little bit geeky and nerdy, and I don't think anybody's gonna care. But like, hey, I found I like to share things that I find interesting and new, and helps out the goal. Um, I found out that there are websites that'll just like scan YouTube. They'll use AI to scan the transcriptions of YouTube videos, and will tell you the main points, the main talking points from the just by scanning the transcription. And with that, I can like go back to see like where that the instance of that dialogue started, and I can just go back and clip from the beginning of that conversation to the end of that conversation, and just upload that on YouTube. And I think that will be a pretty interesting way to probably form content and grow the YouTube channel. And plus, keeping this stream live, because if somebody ends up showing up and wanting to talk because they found me through the podcast, not podcast clips, but yeah, the stream clips. I'll have more people joining in, and the whole streams will be bumping, and I mean, I feel like it's still pretty lively, because all it really takes is like 1 to like 3 people to keep me entertaining, to keep me talking about stuff, and I think that's great, and like having more people is gonna be I feel like that's probably gonna be like crazy hectic, but I'm tired of being ignored. that's the thing. Sketch has been here like probably like the longest. He knows that how long I've been on this grind, and I have friends that's been around like for a lot longer. But I'm like, yeah, I'm pretty. I've just been ignored for so long. I'm like, all right, I'm getting tired of this. Time to be a little bit annoying. Time to get a little bit rowdy. Well, yeah, maybe I should look at that YouTube video that talks about the Nephilim essentially being clowns and stuff, and like all those freaky looking masks, and why are we so attracted to them? The grind has been real. Oh yeah, the grind has absolutely have been real. One day I'll pay off. Man, I want that day to be tomorrow. I don't know. I think I really wanted I really wanted to be in that position of being like I don't know, like a mangaka that's like, oh yeah, hey guys, here's a new chapter, and I don't have to interact with anybody, and then everybody's like, whoa, this is great, this is the amazing, but that's never gonna. I don't know if that's gonna happen. That's probably gonna happen like 10 years when I'm like working on like the final. No, I'm probably working on like chapter freaking 52 of Chimera Island, because Purgatory Academy. I know Purgatory Academy will be like probably done in like 10 years, within that 10-year span. It could be. You never know. Exactly. I got you. Well, yeah. Freaking maybe. It's the grind. It's the grind. It's the grind. It's the climb. I know after like this flattening, I'm just gonna do the cross hatching, and the cross hatching is honestly the most fun part. And I think I'm thinking about maybe streaming again tomorrow morning. I don't know. Maybe I should stream more. and probably take a break, and probably have like a day break or something like that. Maybe I can actually have a streaming schedule. You know, wouldn't that be crazy? I don't think I'm. Yeah, I've been listening to like so many advice, like people giving advice on stream, and I think the like everybody's giving up. I think the funniest advice or like the realest of advice I've heard when it comes to advice when it comes to streaming is don't do it. Um like blow up somewhere else and then stream, you know? Yeah, just make some like blow up somewhere else and then stream. Don't expect people to like freaking come to your stream and they don't know who you are. And I'm like, yeah, that's kind of true. I get that. I understand. Charles says, my position is that any art is a result slash byproduct of a spiritual process, of spiritual processes. Yes, I agree with that. I absolutely agree with that. Because, but yeah, I enjoyed hanging out. But gotta go. Thanks so much for stopping by, Sketch. Um, yeah, I think that in order to create anything, um, I'm very much I like my the way that I think about stuff. It's very much grounded in I resonate more to like a grounded in a physical nature, whatever, uh, and to mind the oh yeah, and to mind the master you serve. God bless. Yes, God bless. I think for me, yeah, I think it's the way that I think about creativity or like when people create something. It you will it's very much a product of their it's a reflection of their worldview. And that tone is influenced very much so by a lot of different spirits, even albeit the spirits of uh, guilt, spirits of wrath, envy, and the prioritization of, like you said, a master that you want to serve. Whether the master should be your own self interests, the self interest of your community, the self interest of so yes, I guess the self interest of you or powers beyond you, whether that is God or your community, and what morals that you want to instill on the viewer, of the media that you create. And I think it's and it also goes down to like I really can't relate to people who say that they create content for fun personally. Mostly because creating is I take creating very seriously. Um because you are contributing to what thoughts what thoughts are worth people's time, you know? What should people spend their time and effort thinking about, or just putting a certain idea into the public consciousness that will potentially influence how people perceive the world. And I find that as very serious business. Is it fun? Yeah, there is a lot of fun to be had in creation. And I guess that's why I guess I shouldn't say that, but that's why I take it seriously. That's why I take making things seriously. So can writing story, and I guess like I would also say like that's why I feel like the Bible is like the my biggest inspiration of why I want to write, because when you tell well like when like nobody really told me, it's just when I realized just by looking at like human history of like all of western of like all of the West. Like I remember hearing that before quote unquote the West was called the West, it was called Christendom. And just the whole idea that a collection of books that's formed the biblical canon has influenced the morality of entire nations is insane to me. It is the biggest way, it is a biggest example of storytelling separates humanity from other species, is the ability to tell a story. And the reason why a lot of people, even the reason why a lot of people are able to remember songs and remember stories and fairy tales just by ear is a lot of those stories have a core message to them that speaks true to the listener. And B, this whole sense of ringing true and repetition, because if it's true to life, you're going to see it everywhere, to the point where just hearing that story and giving that and having that ability of pattern recognition and seeing that pattern or seeing that myth lived in reality so many times and repeating, it keeps it in the cultural zeitgeist. It keeps you remembering that story. And I think that's powerful. And I say the myth as in like the traditional sense of it, as in it's a story that includes like supernatural beings, that it essentially explains why we are in the position, or why do we face the problems that we face today. And I think ever since I realized that definition, that really expanded my mind. I was like, holy crap, that's amazing. And I remember, and like once I realized that, I had a vehement hatred for the neo-atheist movement, like in the early 2010s, because I remember they were the main people, like the people that the leaders of the neo-atheist movements back in the day were like the people that really wanted to conflate the idea of a myth being a lie, which is the furthest thing from the truth, almost the opposite. like myths can be true, but myths are formula or a formula of a story that inspires understanding, or just allows people to understand, explains the world in a way for more people to understand it. So, like, you don't need to have like 100% certainty of how things are made, but if you can explain it in a way that a child could understand it and remember it for the rest of his life, then you essentially did you I wouldn't say like I have a lack of a better word, you did the impossible. You did like something that a lot of people cannot do, and that's amazing. That is special. But that's my TED Talk. That's why I don't write for fun. That's why I take writing seriously. That's why I want to get good at it. I probably should get like have a camera so people can like at least see me when I'm like talking, because I know like it might get boring just looking at a still image when I'm going on like a rant, you know? So and me, I'm basically I have a headset going on and I'm pacing around like like I'm giving a TED talk. So it's crazy. It's crazy. God. But I like moving around. Exactly. Let me do this. Let me ink his tie. Do da do tap boop bap boom bap boom bap boom bap. 1, 2, 3, 4. Like I said, I cannot wait. I cannot wait to finally do some cool stuff with it. Do some cool stuff with the cross hatching. Because like the cross hatching will make things like pop out a little bit better. Okay. I need to get the brush right. Yeah, that's good. Let me get the head tone correct. I think this is man, I completely skipped this page for no reason whatsoever. I guess I was just busy. Actually, no. I guess I'll just stream again tomorrow night, same time. Do. Hmm. Okie dokie. Wait, I lost the thing. There we go. Found it. Okay. Oh, shoot. Man, this is a pretty dark one. I keep forgetting what what his pattern was for that muzzle area. No, it can't be that. I feel like I messed up somewhere along the way. Yeah, okay. Now I remember. So much continuity to keep up. I think I need to make this a little bit shorter. Man, that looks a little bit more terrifying. And that's really cool. Mm. Mm, 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 mm. Let's see. Doing this. Let's see how many times. I got 50, 10 more minutes left. And then it's time to go back to playing Red Dead 2 or something. Okay. This is pretty good. All right. Let's see. All right, that's this page, I suppose.
All right, that's pretty baller. Let me save that. Yeah, this is too many freaking pages. Golly. Oh shoot, I was gonna freaking fall for a sec. Yeah, I think this is a pretty good spot to end off on. Alright. I'll check y'all later. Don't know when later is gonna be, but I'm gonna chill.